We had the honor guard, and here we go. And they're going to get it again. So
So our starting offense is going to be coming out of the field. Number 2, Dylan Korthals. Number 11, Cole Kuhn. Number 12, starting quarterback, Augie Eggenberger. Number 23, Aiden DeMonk. Number 32, Charlie Nass. Number 34, Devin Miller. Number 54, Zach Miller.
I think they're telling them to kick it again.
I'm going to finish up the linemen. Number 55, Noah Stolpool, and number 65, Bronx Romanowski. Number 66, Joy Anhart, and number 79, Jacob Schaub. And we're going to be kicking it for a third time.
Well, if I'm Devin Miller, I maybe slide to my left a little bit. That's where it's gone. Program's brought to you by the backers, a Plymouth Community TV 14 sponsored team. Proud to be the backer supporting the youth and teams in our community. We invite you to become a backer if you have a chance. So we're going to kick it off again. So, of course, the clock does not start. The clock doesn't start till it touches somebody's hands. Miller is going to pick it up. He's in good shape. He can outrun people. He's going to be in real good shape, and he is. I'm going to go the other way. Okay, we're going to start at about he bobbled it, but I'll tell you what, it was a tough one to field, so we're going to start at 35, first and 10. There is a wind. If you're looking at the field, it's sort of over our shoulder from southwest to northeast, so I don't think it may have a factor on an extra point or field goal, but that's about it. So first and 10 Panthers.
We expect a lot, heavy doses of Devin. He's leading with 320 yards rushing, averages 13 yards a carry.
Splits out, direct snap to Miller. So they're going to say, well, we're going to, and he's going to start with a first down gain. A little trickery, Mr. Martell.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly where his year average has been at, that 13 yards. He's got 7 touchdowns already in 2 games, and so it's going to be a lot of Devin. But like we talked in earlier, it's going to be a lot of opportunities to mix things up in that way.
Oh, I saw it. I couldn't get stats. I used to get them off of Wisports under football. They just weren't there for either team. So, but Mr. Martell is really good at finding things. Same formation. Eigenberg technically a flanker out to the right, bottom of your screen. Miller gets the ball again. Gets a big gap. He's going to get another first down.
That's back-to-back great blocks by number 66, Joy Anhalt. You just see that the offensive line is getting a way better push than they did earlier in the season, the first game that I was able to do.
You know, it's usually the second game. The second game, obviously, for the Panthers was a blowout, but, yeah, they're getting better. Hey, it's working. They're sticking with it. They're inside Portage territory. Miller gets the handoff again, gets another big hole, hangs onto the ball. They went after the ball, didn't get it. Didn't quite get 10 yards, it appears.
3 runs, 3 first downs. Now they're going to go into a hurry-up offense, still with Augie split out on the right, bottom of your screen. Devin Miller in that quarterback position.
He did get another first down. Same spot, same gap. And if he gets to the outside, he does. He's down to about the 20. Again, good job at the right side of that offensive line, Aaron.
Yeah, they really are pounding it over there. Great shout out for those big guys. Number 65, Bronx Romanowski. Again, as I mentioned, number 66, Joy Anhalt, getting a great push with that front line. Exact same hole, 4 same plays.
Yeah, you're right. Exact same 4 same plays. Now I'm sure that's nothing we have shown on film at all, so they didn't expect it. They haven't adjusted as yet. Yeah, it's a 5-man line of some sorts. Okay, they had a slant. They slanted towards that hole.
So they tried it 5 times in a row. They finally figured it out on the 5th time. And now we'll see if they mix it up a little bit. Augie came into the sideline to get that play, and Dylan Korthals came in at that flanker position.
I talked to Coach West today. Thought they may split them out a little bit. Going to try to get to the outside. Well played. Portage's defensive end, number 2, Jalen Kickert, really did a nice job.
Yeah, he couldn't get that corner to be able to cut it up inside. They kept on kind of trailing it longer on the play, and
Well, you try to get outside, but there was nobody to kick him out either. So it was just, it is what it is. It's a 1 yard loss after a couple big gains. So it'll be third down. Basically, I know we have a kicker with a good leg, but with a little bit of the wind probably in his face. Seems to be 4 down territory here. A lot of heat on Augie. Nice, gets it loose, gets it to Andy Nass, I believe.
Yeah, number 32, Charlie Nass with that nice
Andy,
catch.
Sorry, Andy. Well, Andy, you like the credit. I want to give it to the dad. Charlie Nass, so it's going to be 4th and about 7. Having had so many of these parents in class at Simon once in a while.
Absolutely.
They ran a blitz on that play. It went well. Eichenberger dodged it.
Yeah, he was able to step up into the pocket, find a passing lane in between wanting to run it and then pass it. Made a good choice of passing it. Now they're at 4th and 7. Trips to the bottom of your screen. God, 5.
Now, that will help.
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure if we flinched or if first or it was a reaction.
The white team seems to be backing up a little bit.
Yep, the defensive encroachment, 5 more yards. So take that 4th and 7, turn to 4th and 2.
It certainly gives you a lot more options.
Now they bring in their bigger package, including number 35, Sawyer Volpogel, their bruiser on defense, coming in at that, most likely that fullback position.
But it certainly opens up the playbook. And again, they're going to go back to that power formation. They're going to put Eichenberger out wide left. They're going to go to the left side this time. Miller sees a hole, should have the first down.
Enough for the first down. You know, when you have such a strong defensive front 7, you want to make sure that you're getting hat on hat.
Right.
And that's what they're doing by bringing in Sawyer as that fullback. You got Cole Kuhn also back there in that fullback position. You had 2 additional strong blockers to be able to get hat on hat, and that's where they've been able to see that success.
And now with the field compressed a little bit, they'll bring the backs up and the linebackers up a little tighter. Regular formation. Eichenberger at quarterback. Miller, he's going to try to get outside. Nothing there. Nothing there. If anything, he probably lost a half a yard.
They must like something about that right side because they've been pounding the right side outside of the jet sweep towards the left. So I don't know if it's a matchup piece, if it's a alignment piece, but it'll be interesting to see how they mix it up a little bit. Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, 7:34 to go in the first quarter, coming to you from Pickey Field. Really on a beautiful night, a beautiful full moon looking at us, or pretty close to a full moon. Miller gets it. It's going to pick up about 4.
Yeah, another good hard run, running through contact. You got Caden Schultz coming in at wide receiver.
So they'll usually split him out wide. Against most people, he's going to have an advantage simply because at about 6'3" and jumps extremely well. Bunch formation. Miller, I couldn't break a tackle, and where that yellow flag went is usually not a good spot.
Yeah, holding against the Panthers.
So it's going to make it 3rd and goal from about the 16.
Looks like they're going to decline it, make it 4th and goal on the 6.
Or not. Oh, what are they doing here? The
Warriors have declined the penalty.
Yep.
It'll be 4th and goal.
So the Panthers have a choice to make. They're definitely within Landon York's distance, 4th and goal right here. But roll the dice.
Yep.
You've got a good running back, a good running quarterback, a couple very capable receivers. No, he was stopped.
It was a great catch by Caden, unfortunately on the wrong side of the end zone line.
It was a great play by that defensive back, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a good throw, good Cade had to come back just a little bit. He got to the goal line, came back, actually probably took the ball away from the defensive player, but a great play by Portage, and they stopped the Panthers after a very, very nice drive. 6:28 to go. Portage will take over, 1st and 10 inside their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great adjustment by the Portage defense. We were just running down their throats, doing whatever we wanted to do. They made some adjustments and got a stop on the 1-yard line. We'll see if our defense can capitalize.
Portage, that's a great run out of the. It's pretty much meat and potatoes. They're going to run a wing tee. They may run the full backfield with just 3 backs, 2 tight ends. They may slide a back over one way or the other, but they're going to come right at you.
Starting defense for your Plymouth Panthers, number 3, Josh Watkins, number 11, Cole Kuhn, number 15, Caden Schultz, number 19, Tyler Williams, number 23, Aiden DeMonk, number 28, Maximo Troca, number 32, Charlie Nass, number 34, Devin Miller, number 35, Sawyer Vorpagel. I'll get the rest after this play.
Fullback drive, looks like.
Good gang tackle there, met in the backfield by number 42, Nate Helsel, 44, Nolan Ritchie. It rounds out your defense.
Well, they give Portage first down. So the Warriors have their first down of the night, first time they've had the football. Quick, if they keep the ball on the ground, it's going to be we only threw 1 pass in our first drive. So it's going to be a quick first quarter. Mike Briggs is watching at home. He probably won't fall asleep then. Threw away. That's the old wing tee buck pass.
Right. Good pressure from the defense. Again, number 42, Nate Helsel was right there. And he just was able to throw it out of bounds. No one nearby. 2nd and 10.
If you're watching in the wing tee, they do tend to pull guards a lot. Run traps, misdirection. That was sort of a misdirection. They ran the pass. We ran it here for years. It's not gone. The state championship, Muskego, I believe, has won state championship running the old wing tee. There's the hand. Well done. Somebody on the outside.
Yeah, that was a great play by Sawyer Vorpagel. Pushed him back inside, and it looked like Maximo Troca finished it up.
That does. He not only held the edge, but got a piece of him.
Yeah.
So third and 11, back against their goal line, so to speak. Again, the wing tee is, you can pass out of it, but it's more of a running offense. That's a lot of tight guys. There's that. Threw out back out of the backfield, no good. Packer, they should have to punt the football. 4:32 left in the first quarter, and the Panthers should get the ball. Good stop by the defense.
Yeah, they gave up that first down on a couple of nice running plays, but again, got stout when they needed to. We'll have a great opportunity of good field position.
Now the wind will push the ball up to get towards the opposing sideline. That's the direction of the wind from the bottom corner by, if you see the Masters Gallery, to the other sideline. Snap is good, basically good. The old.
So unfortunately, Aiden DeMonk touched it, makes it a live ball. Portage recovers at the 45-yard line.
That was a real tough one for him. It was a tweener. The bounce bounced at him, but generally, if you can't catch it, you try to stay away from it. But didn't work that way, so a big break for Portage early.
This is an opportunity for defense to kind of shake this off. Stay on the field and make a stop.
Good stop again.
Yeah, great play, number 44, Nolan Ritchie on that, on the backside, making that tackle. This is where you got to face adversity.
Right, you got to make a play.
Correct.
And really, I mean, the Panthers team, I think, is tight in that regard. Obviously, they're inside. They decided to go for it. It was a foot short, force them to punt. It didn't work out, but you're going to have mistakes on a football game like you have in all situations in life. So you just come back from it. Up there, they dropped the.
False.
Yeah, we got
Sorry.
the.
Feel like I'm at on my couch calling out the plays for the Packer game on Sunday. Hey, he moved, false start. Yeah, remember what I'm doing here.
Oh,
Sorry there, Scott.
The Packers have a game on Sunday?
I guess so. Something about that.
It's that time of year.
Oh, man.
Tim, aren't you going to be watching? Tim Schultz is up helping us by doing nothing.
He's our spotter. He's
Well,
our spotter.
No, he has, and truthfully, he has help. But I think there's a Fenswick dog contest on Sunday. He's planning on watching. You know, they'll walk their little dogs. And
All right, 2nd and 14 here after the false start. Nice little tight end out. Almost got their hands on it to deflect it, but a good catch.
nice safe play.
Get that yardage back and then some, setting up 3rd and 7.
So, again, you see where you see a little bit of the miss. They try to get your eyes moving, and in doing so, you can get that misdirection. And the hope is once in a while, if you've got a good running back, it's a good play for a good offense for a good running back. That looked like a quarterback draw pretty much.
Yeah, it looks like they held him just short. It'd be 4th and 1. It'll be an interesting call here for Portage. With that field position, I would expect them to go for this.
So, again, the stuff they run a pretty solid fullback. I mean, they want to gamble, they could fake it and try to break somebody away. We don't. Our linebackers are back. Procedure against Portage. Their official is their coach, Coach Chris Rice. Does a nice job. He's not completely sure that was the right call. Now 4th
Well, they
and
moved
6.
3 guys at once, and they moved them sudden, which caused our guys to jump off sides, and so that's why they're saying.
So it was not, in other words, you're saying it's not legal.
Correct.
Okay.
Coach thinks it is,
Yeah,
but
they're going to go for it. Why not? The 41. They may try to do the opposite. Draw us. Now they have thrown that quick out. That's the one they've looked at. They're looking at it again. That was good.
Tight coverage there by number 32, Charlie Nass.
Yeah, that was their line is complaining. That was, first of all, it was well played. It was well played. Well, they held. They had a little adversity. They held. Now get the ball back. See what can happen. And they learned, down to 159 in the quarter already. Both offensive, defensive coordinators have seen a little bit what you're going to see now. So you can kind of set up stuff.
Now here's a new formation. They have Augie in the backfield with Sawyer and Cole, and they hand it out to Devin, who gets tripped up in the backfield. So again, a little adjustment from the first series that they were running with Augie split out. Now they brought Augie in, kept in their tight end Cole and Sawyer, their fullback.
I think they ran a little bit of a game. That's what they're starting to do. They're saying, listen, okay, we're just going to start stunting and see if you can stop us.
This is where that offensive line is going to have to make those adjustments when they're coming at different angles to make sure they're calling out who they have.
And they may open it up a little bit on first down. We've thrown one pass in almost a quarter. So tell you what, there is no time for Eigenberger at all.
No.
That was, they were people on his hip immediately, out from the outside and then up from the inside.
Yeah, that was a quick little out by the tight end Cole Kuhn, who's second on the team in receptions with, that'll be his 9th reception. Augie's got a great percentage. He's 15 of, with the 3 other receptions today, he's 17 of 21, but nothing downfield. Steps up in the pocket. Nice pass and catch to number 23, Aiden DeMonk.
I think the ball's going to be spotted. First down. Good pass, good catch.
Well, it was a great job by the line by creating that pocket. Augie then stepped up into the pocket, allowed the receivers to run their routes. And Aiden did a great job of getting right to just beyond the first down marker, making that catch with his hands, getting hit when he made the catch.
And
Great
they were
play.
really coming hard from, so that, yeah, that's 5 minutes. They're coming hard from the outside. Miller gets through the line, gets to the outside. Here he goes. Down the sideline, makes a cut. Gets down to the 22-yard line.
He was really patient on that run, Scott. He waited just a little bit, allowed his blockers to get set up, and then even number 2, Dylan Korthals, came in and made another great block to spring him for another 10 yards. That was a great team run.
We've talked about his speed, but he makes some pretty darn good cuts.
Yeah.
So, end of the first quarter, and the score is 0-0. The Panthers have the ball down on the Portage 22-yard line. The Paddock Club, Lake Street in Elkhart Lake, where Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques by making artisanal handmade pasta, bread, house smoked meat, sandwiches, and a lot more. Wednesday and Thursday is the opportunity to try multiple dishes at very reasonable prices, with small plate specials offering the regular menu as well. Open Wednesday to Saturday with dinner served in the bar, dining room, takeout as well, beginning at 5. Comfort food made with love for you and your family. Miller and Belt, Hillendale Road, the corner of 67 and County PP, invites you to stop in and check out their complete line of steel products. You'll find trimmers, blowers, edgers, lawnmowers, chainsaws, batteries, and chargers, and much more. Stop in and see for yourself the great selection of steel products at Miller & Belt. Keep in mind that they service everything they sell at Miller & Belt. Plymouth Furniture, located on Eastern Avenue, has over 40 mattress styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster. They carry furniture for every room, recliners, sofas, lodge furniture. They also have Amish furniture. They carry quality brands, Flex Steel, Southern Motion, Best. Make sure to visit the back of Plymouth Furniture, where you will find the area's largest furniture clearance center with great deals on mattresses, furniture, and appliances. So the Panthers, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Second time they've been deep in the Portage Warriors territory.
Yeah, this has been a tough first quarter for both defenses in finding that rhythm for the offense. And what Plymouth has done is they've been able to move the ball down the field in different ways, but now they just need to be able to punch it in. And so it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they make with the offensive line, if the defense is stunting, to really start pounding it even more with misdirection or passing.
Eigenberger to the outside. He takes it. Can he get to the end zone? Touchdown! Hits the pylon just like we wanted.
Those are two great blocks by number 23, Aiden DeMonk, and number 34, Devin Miller. Augie gave the fake into the fullback, held it just long enough, allowed that defense to kind of believe it was going in the middle, then breaks outside, and it was wide open green grass, AstroTurf for him to run down.
I don't know about you, but he had me faked out.
Well, that doesn't take much, Scott.
Well, no, that's not very nice. But I'll tell you what, here, you talked about a great block by Aiden DeMonk. He does so many other nice things. Yeah, he made a tough situation on that punt, but he did okay. Landon York to kick. And it didn't go so good.
No, tough snap there. Augie had a hard time getting it down, and then low kick got blocked. But it was just as we were coming out of the quarter, it was just like I mentioned, like we need a type of misdirection, and having that quarterback keep thinking that everything was going down into the middle with that fullback dive was just what the doctor ordered.
Coach Grant for a good call.
Absolutely.
Usually we don't want to say too much about him, but we'll give him one tonight. He just had a birthday this last week, so.
Well, happy birthday, Coach Grant.
We won't give him the age.
We will not
we
do
don't,
that.
We do not do that. We do not do that
the
anymore.
Innocent there.
So the Panthers take the first lead in what we knew would be a good football game. They're 2-0. They beat a not such a good Dells team, and Plymouth game last week, if you watched or heard about it, wasn't a real tough one. Obviously, it wasn't tough at all for them. But they're come out. They've been doing some good things. They're playing us tough as they did last year. So Landon York to kick off. Kickoff team. Hopefully he's ready to pin the Portage Warriors deep as they can. Referee, we're waiting for the refs to get set. They're all set now. Again, give the refs a lot of credit. Not an easy job. Little poocher. Well, must have been, that was planned for whatever reason.
That was planned. I like that because they had Caden Schultz sprinting down the sideline. That if it kicked up like a chip shot and pulled back, right? That's what your chip shot does, doesn't it?
If he was a Schultz, there might have been a dollar bill on the field. So he was sprinting down for that. In that family, it's not easy to get one. But yeah, it was. And I tell you, and you're right. They knew it was going because he's flying down the field. And so now Panthers on defense. Portage, 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. 11:51 to go. The Panthers up 6-0 in the second quarter. Oh, good job.
Number 3, Josh Wilkins comes blitzing in from his linebacker position to blow it up with a 3-yard loss.
Josh Watkins is back playing this week. He's been out with an injury, and he's back. Linebacker, running back. And if nothing else, it helps with depth. Give the Panthers some more depth. But on that play, it wasn't more depth. They just made a really darn good play. They have athletic linebackers. I mean, you guys they're good athletic size, 6 foot, 6'1", 190, 185, and they're quick. They can. Ooh, wide open, but a little pressure from Devin Miller. He was on a blitz, and it was a errant pass.
And thank goodness it was errant because he was running wide open. We did not have the right coverage out there or the right assignment to follow number 7, the tight end, out of the opposite line.
They blitzed Miller, which is not a bad thing at all. But it looked like maybe Watkins was a little bit confused. Reverse, little reverse, and did not work. It was good discipline by the Panthers.
Good thing number 28, Maximo Troca, stayed home, was able to make the tackle on that, setting up 4th down and 8. Punting team is coming on for the Portage. And Aiden DeMonk is again going back to receive this punt.
Yeah, it's always, everybody always wonders, why don't you put 2? Well, then you take away a rushing, or you take away a defender. And evidently, I'll tell you, Aiden DeMont is a good athlete. So you trust him back there. And, hey, the NFL players who get paid a lot more than Aiden does make those mistakes from time to time. But hopefully he picks one up and takes it down the field away. Or we get a bad snap or something else good for us. That sounds like
a delay of game.
Ouch.
It took too long to get their punt team set up. They kept on moving guys back and forth. I don't know if they're going to try some trickeration.
Unless
it seemed a little deep.
You know, usually that's one where, that's something you don't want to mess around with too much. Just get the ball, kick the ball.
Good pressure.
It's a short kick. But it gets a great turf bounce. But you know what? We like it at the 44-yard line. We'll take it. So Panthers, 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. 10:20 to go in the first half. Plymouth up 6-0. Looks like pretty much the same lineup coming out. Well, they started the game real power, but actually Eichenberger could probably block too.
He did have a couple of great blocks out there.
That's a true power backfield. 5 linemen, 2 up backs, and a quarterback and a back behind him. Quarterback behind him. Nope. Augie, throw it out to Kuhn. Kuhn picks it up on the left side. No block. Good job. Good non-block. Good job. Nice play. Well done by the team.
That was a great play because they kept Sawyer and Devin in to block to create that protection. Cole broke off just as a quick little 3-yard out. And then Aiden DeMonk did a good job of getting in position without getting a penalty called.
You know, again, now you're on the 3rd series, so you know kind of what their defense is doing, so you can call that play. Plus, with Miller, thoughts are they're going to kind of watch out for him a little bit. Whoops. Airplane spin tackle. Oh, completely legal. They got him by the shirt. Hey, kid did a good job. He just couldn't get away from him. So it's going to be 2nd and I thought he was up a little further, but 2nd and 14. at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they just got pressure up the middle. Then he tried to bounce it offside. I think Devin was looking for a horse collar in that as he got helicoptered down. But ref said, nope, it was good. And
Looked like
lost
they
the
just
forward.
had his jersey, to me,
Correct,
from up
exactly.
here. And very nice student crowd. That's about a 90-mile drive, because we did it last year down at Portage. They're going to get a procedure.
Yep.
Either the guy in motion turned it up a little bit, or somebody else moved, and a lot of, I guess I would call foolish penalties by both teams early in the early. Well, not early, so early, but by the third game of the season. Not real familiar teams, though. Now, this is our second year playing Portage, and probably be our last year as the conference changes completely. People didn't realize this is part of our conference this year. Next year, it's there's a big change. More travel friendly.
We got trips left to the bottom of your screen. Kane Schultz at the top of your screen.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Somebody's got to, I don't know for sure, but either Miller's got to chip somebody or somebody's got to make, I mean, those ends are just teeing off.
They are.
They have figured out what's going to happen. This is one where you're going to maybe you try to break Miller on the outside, or yeah, they've stood up here. I mean, it's negative. They've lost. Well, part of it was a penalty, but Eichenberger had no time.
We're basically back where we started with the punt at the 44-yard line. So just get some of this back. Big play,
Those
get it all
ends are
back.
coming like right down the middle. What
Great
a catch by Monk.
Aiden.
Well, he gives us good field position. What a nice catch. If that hits him in stride, he might have had a chance to get to the middle of the field. It's a little bit behind him. Good. I mean, it was a nice dart by Augie, but
Looks like we're going to punt. So far this year in 2 games, Caden Schultz is averaging 31 yards per punt.
well, you told me he found out like the day before the first game.
Right, which isn't bad. Like 31-yard average.
Yeah,
like,
then
why
you don't
not?
have. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Again, he's keeping those athletes in those positions because he has the option to run if he wants. Waits a while, kicks it towards the pylon, hits at the 1.
That was a good kick.
Did not check.
That was about 45 yards in the air.
That was a great punt.
So Portage will take over at their own 20. 7:24 to go. Plymouth up 6-0. Portage will get the kick at the half. Plymouth has prevented big plays by Portage and contained them pretty well. So 1st and 10, right at the 20-yard line. There was a huge hole up the middle.
A good saving tackle by Devin Miller.
I thought that's what we'd see even after their first drive, just try to hammer it up the middle. We're athletic in the interior line, but we're not real big.
No, we're not big at all. On that D line, we're quick, elusive, but when we get a bigger line, we saw that with Menasha, sometimes they can just pound it. Portage is a little bit bigger than us.
There's good hard run. The line stood them up, but I'll tell you, their line stayed with it, and running back for Oscar Johnson just ran hard. Picks up about 5, or just short of 5. We'll make it 2nd and 6. Sometimes nothing tricky is the best way to go. So 2nd and 6, right just at the 37-yard line, Portage's own 37. Their line, we got good.
Yeah, Cole Kuhn met him right in the hole, almost took the handoff. Then it was a nice gang tackle for the rest of the Panthers defense.
Looked like Josh Watkins trying to finished it up. Yard pickup on the play, 3rd and 5. You know, I say big play, they're all big plays. But this one at 3rd and 5, you can hold them. You should get the ball in a decent situation. But the key is you got to hold them. Now, what they've done is pretty much thrown to the flats. You know, when they've tried to get something to break it out a little bit, just something simple.
Yeah, I definitely would key on number 7 for Portage if I was the Panthers defense.
And there was the flat. Now, that was a good throw. That was just a whiff. Again, they get your eyes working. They fake the handoff the other way, turns it through. Good throw. Nice drop for us.
Yeah, it was a good coverage by Parker Bursch, number 9, and number 32, Charlie Nass. They had him covered, but definitely a catchable ball.
So Bursch and DeMonk will be deep. DeMonk deep. Bursch about 10 yards in front of him, ready to field what I don't know what they call it, Australian style kick or whatever, rugby style kick.
Looks like Portage is short one player going to run on.
Somebody took a break.
Right.
Well, timeout by the Portage Warriors gives us a chance to give you a message. Drs. Brad Wicklund, Corrine Beisdorf, and Dr. Alexandria Van Elst are 20/20 Visions, 100 Car Road in Plymouth. They carry a great selection of eyewear for the entire family. Oakley, Ray-Ban, Nike, Maui Jim are just some of the brand names you'll find. They are always accepting new patients. Call 893-EYES to schedule your appointment or bring in a current prescription to get your glasses ordered. Meyer Motors, Plaza Lane in Plymouth. Thanks you for voting us #1 in Sheboygan County for the best in these categories. Best new car dealership, 3 years running. Best locally owned business. Best auto repair shop. Best tire center. Best car wash and detail shop. Serving you since 1926, they pride themselves in customer service with a wide variety of pre-owned cars. Contact Meyer Motors. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Nice kick. That wind affected that a little bit.
Yeah, that was a great punt by Portage. And again, Aiden trying to get underneath it. Called fair catch, but short hopped it a little bit. Thankfully, he was able to get on it right away. I'm sure Coach Christian Volbrecht will be having a conversation with him.
Well, he was there but again, I think if you look, it doesn't look at it like the flag, but for us, it's right over our right shoulder, so it affected it by enough that, well, we got a little fortunate to recover it, but we did. So, Panthers, 1st and 10 at their own 32. They've had 2 nice drives, only scored on one of them. Miller gets the ball, gets a break up the middle. Boy, the linebackers filled very, very, very well. Didn't get that secondary block. But when you got 5 defensive linemen, though, linebacker did a good job.
Well, it's going to be interesting, Scott, because they obviously, Devin Miller's run for 330 yards, 7 touchdowns in 2 games. So Portage their game plan is stop Devin Miller. And so how can we use Devin a little bit maybe as a decoy?
They did that, Augie on the touchdown.
Correct. And so they're going to have to mix it both because Devin Miller's going to get his runs. He's going to get his scores. So you're going to give it to him. But how do you mix it up just enough to keep him off balance?
We spread it out a little bit here. I know there were guys open. Boy, Augie didn't want to pull the trigger, but I thought he had a slant right away. That's a coverage block, but I thought on that quick slant, you had a two-man series down here. And
yeah, it looked like he had enough time, maybe just a little happy feet and hesitant to.
Well, he stepped up to get in the pocket or run, and
correct.
The lineman did a good job. Portage did a good job. 3rd and 10, big play. Schultz. And I think he's got the first down.
That was a great pitching catch.
6'3", 185-pound athlete catches it. And
yeah, it was a nice quick out. He came back to the ball, got enough for that first down. Great solid ball by Augie.
Yep, good timing throw. Excellent. 1st and 10, 39-yard line, 3:49 to go as I speak. Single back in the backfield. Miller gets a little toss in the inside, cuts it up the middle, looks to the inside. It's on the races, baby. Come on, Devin Miller. Good night. Touchdown, Panthers.
Again, that was great because they used the misdirection with Dylan Korthals going across the middle, paused the middle linebacker just enough on that fake jet sweep, and then Devin just took off, hit pay dirt.
He has that extra gear, but he did a great job of finding the hole. Good job on the right side to give it, but it was, again, that little misdirection.
Correct.
It really, really helped. So the Panthers are up 12-0. I believe they're going to go for 2 on this play. So you got Kuhn and Miller. Miller is behind Kuhn. Splits are right and left. Augie's not got a lot of room. Now he's got some, and it's in the. Oh, it did not work so good.
It was unfortunate because he did have Charlie Ness wide open at the back of the end zone. I don't know if he didn't see the linebacker in front of him.
Let's hope that's what it was. Either that, or he's very good friends. Just
right.
Yeah, it did a great job of Portage did a good job putting a little pressure on him. I thought they covered things well, but at the end you have to throw it up in the air. But again, it's not easy to do. So 12-0, 3:32 to go in the first half. Portage will get the kick in the second half. Waldo State Bank, Depot Street in beautiful downtown Waldo. Local, independent like you. Waldo State Bank serving the community since 1913 at 119 North Depot Street. Waldo State Bank. WaldoState.bank. Member FDIC. Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street, kitty corner from the library. Family-run business, honored to serve the people of our community. Offers a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, safety glass tabletops, thermoplane replacements, plastic cabinet glass with many patterns to choose from, plus much, much more. Stop in at Plymouth Glass. We're ready to handle all your needs. I know I have used them, and they do an absolutely excellent job. So, Landon Yerk's going to kick it off. Hopefully gets a real good kick. They pooched her a little bit the last time. Again, usually it's something you see on film. They've got 2 films now on Portage. Squibber, that's not, so slip, a valuable slip, because he can run that back to about the 45. So whatever the deal is, they're going to start at the 33-yard line, and they certainly don't have to tell us. 1st and 10.
I don't think that was a slip. I think he
the receiver
was told if you get the ball, go down.
Go down. So he's one of those guys don't run with the ball.
I don't know if it was. No offense to number 9 for Portage, but it looked very intentional of we're not going to take the risk and get down on it. So here we go, Panther defense coming on.
So they've had success running the ball up the middle. They've had some people open on the outside. That's a belly. That we would call it way back when 38 belly, where you open up fullback, halfback kicks out. Good job. So they pick up 7 yards on it. A power play. 38 belly goes way back. Yeah, the clock's. I don't know why the clock's not running either.
Yeah, the ref is calling for it.
Yeah, everybody's calling for it. That's not a. First down, so again, this time they're just hammering it up the middle. So, 1st and 10, Portage all the way out to their own 47-yard line. Panther defense getting tested here. Oh, what a great block. Cade Schultz catch him, he catches him. Tell you what a great kick-out block by Portage. Schultz saves the touchdown. They're nothing running anything fancy. They're just we're gonna go one-on-one.
I don't know if they're wearing our guys down, if they're doing a little more like we were talking earlier for our Panthers offense, misdirection, if they're using that a little bit. I don't think so. It just seems like their guys are beating our guys at the point of attack, excuse me.
I watched the pull on that one, so they pulled the kick out. I was saying that on this wing tee, you can kind of follow the guards.
Yeah, Cole Kuhn making a good backside tackle on that.
And when they've done this, then they've run a play off of that play, a misdirection out. That's what they try to set that up a little bit. Hit the wide side at the bottom of the field here. We'll see what happens. It's good play, Charlie Nass. Charlie Nass in the backfield.
That's a great sack by Charlie Nass right there.
Good coverage. Good coverage. There was nobody open in the backfield. Timeout. Panthers. 1:47 to go. The Panthers, that's their first timeout.
Coming up at halftime, a 50-50 raffle winner with a prize of $455. Get your tickets ready for the drawing at halftime of tonight's 50-50 raffle.
So, Aaron, PJ Campbell's at the Depot is a casual dining experience in a historic train depot converted into a restaurant. Join our family and enjoy comfort food, which includes steaks, ribs, sandwiches, and German favorites, offering something for everyone. Don't forget the big pretzel and baked French onion soup. Open Wednesday to Sunday after Labor Day. And last I looked, it's after Labor Day.
It is officially after Labor Day.
I think I'll take care of that this next week.
Some housekeeping work for you to do this week, not at your house, but actually with
it's not one of my, but you help them all. They're great sponsors, great people for the community, but person that takes the ad, I'll just take care of it.
All right, 3rd down and 16. Good pressure.
That's even better pressure. Got him down. We got a.
Looks like Cole Kuhn makes the tackle, loses his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. Timeout by the Panthers.
Timeout Plymouth again, and while we have this timeout, Bank First, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. We take great pride in supporting our community. We believe by working together we can transform lives, build stronger communities for our future generations. Giving back has allowed Bank First to develop meaningful relationships with local families, businesses, and nonprofit organizations. We believe these relationships strengthen us and the communities we serve. This is just another reason why it's different at First. Bank First, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Advanced Eye Care and Aesthetics. At Advanced Care and Aesthetics, Drs. Tim and Cheryl Ziegler and Dr. Christopher Schinelli know that success in the field quarter gym requires total fitness, including your eyes. The staff at Advanced Eye Care takes care of eye health needs with total vision and eye health testing and evaluation and treatment of eye injuries and diseases. Most insurance plans and Medicare are accepted. Advanced Eye Care and Aesthetics leading the way in total vision wellness, trying to help you to become your best. So, 4th down and a long way. Going for the downs on this one. Oh, and a little push.
That's great coverage. That was great coverage. I think that's number 19, Tyler Williams.
And he got shoved a little bit, too.
He did. But he had the position.
He did the job.
He didn't need to make a contact with the receiver. It's a great play. We get the ball back. 31-yard line, 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in the half.
So we're down to 1 timeout. I don't know if there's anything fancy, but we might as well try to take a shot at it here. Nice quick pass, nice tackle. 1st down, get up on the line of scrimmage. Good. Nice throw.
Yeah, that's a great throw and catch with Dylan Korthals, who's leading the team with 13 receptions. Another great catch, just short of the first.
Now, you might have a give and go here somewhere. Those quick slants and a slant and goal. My 10-year-old told me running a Nerf football, a goal.
Yeah. Little bit of movement on our offensive line. We're going to have to back it up. 5 yards, make it 2nd and 10.
It happens, but those are shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, I can understand the fact that the linemen are wanting to get out, get on their blocks. You got momentum. You want to keep that going. And you just got a little antsy. And
now the clock's going to run a little bit because we weren't ready to get things going. Now we are. Spread formation, very spread formation. Tell you, that safety's just sitting back there. You're going to have to run something a little bit different.
That's 3 straight to Dillon.
Like I say, have a stop and go or something.
40 seconds left of the half.
Well, fourth down. This time, I think the clock stops at an incomplete pass. You got 4th and 4. You're at the 47.
Looks like they're looking to ask 7 seconds back on the clock from 26 to 33 seconds.
But there were about 20 seconds that didn't run off earlier.
Earlier, unfortunately, yes.
Timeout, Plymouth Panthers.
So it's 4th down, 48-yard line. Panthers just called a timeout.
So the Panthers are out of timeouts. I thought that Portage had taken 2 timeouts in punt situations.
No, they had 1 timeout,
one for
and
sure.
then they had 1 delayed game penalty. But I don't remember them
Yeah, it
taking
might be.
2.
Nonetheless, okay, we're going to, well, looks like they're going
Looks like we're
to,
going to punt. Unless you're going to try and call them off sides. Some trickeration.
trickeration. They whistled them in. You know, this is one of these deals where you got to get your team on the field. Nope, they're going to punt her. You're up 12-0. You're going to give up the ball. There's no sense giving him any chance here at the 47-yard line. Maybe you get a break and they fumble a punt or some other good
Well,
stuff.
this rollout punt formation that they have, he could keep the ball if they don't have a coverage on him.
Yep, they tried to draw him. It didn't work.
Yep.
Portage, good credit. Schulte, great kick.
Another big punt. Can you check?
That ends up as a 57-yard kick. We're pretty close to it, 50-some-yard kick. All right, so 27 seconds to go. Portage will get the football. My suspicion is because they're getting it at the half, they won't do anything too crazy here. Again, it's been a good game. Mistakes by both teams have been a little awkward, but these two teams are pretty well matched. Oh, the Portage student section is, after a long drive, is livened up a little bit. That's good. We got a nice crowd, period. But again, this is not a rivalry game with Portage. So they run the football.
Nice big hit by
Portage
Charlie Nass
takes
there.
a
Gang tackle with
timeout.
Cole
Wow.
Kuhn.
Wow.
Timeout by Portage.
We know buying a car isn't just about a car. It's about the experience. At Van Horn, we keep it simple, transparent, and focused on you. Shop over 3,000 new and used vehicles online or in-store. And yes, we deliver. We've been part of the Plymouth community since 1966, and we're very proud to still be growing with you. Because we're not just selling cars, we're creating a better experience one customer at a time. Van Horn, family born, employee owned. American Senior Benefits. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are, if you're retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is the right one, American Senior Benefits is there to help. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are experienced in providing personalized services to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis with options available at the lowest cost for the best coverage. Call Ryan 207-0731, Christian 207-8037. Set up an appointment at your home or in their office. American Senior Benefits, there to help.
All right, 2nd and 6 for Portage. Split things out. Screen to the number 1 good gang tackle.
Clock's going to run out, and the Panthers are going to go in with a lead, 12-0. It's been a good football game. Panthers drew first blood, and Portage had some chances, so did the Panthers. But both teams have made a few mistakes, but overcome it. So at the end of the first half, Scott Richards, Aaron Martell, Kurt Zolp on the camera and the studio, of course. We appreciate them. We'll see you in the second half. Welcome to Scott Richards and Timeout. We're back again after an interview we had last week with Kevin Butters. And what we're trying to do is talk to some new things that are happening in the Plymouth School District, specifically at the high school. We're in the Dan Dome, or the indoor facility, recreational facility we have here at Plymouth High School. And I have the great pleasure of interviewing Mr. Mark Volbrecht. And one of the reasons we're doing that is Mark has taken over a challenging job, because it's a great position in Plymouth. He's now the new head football coach at Plymouth High School. Mark, welcome to Timeout, and congratulations on getting your first win.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Well, that's why we waited till today, till you got your first win. And Mark has experience. He's been an assistant coach at Menasha. He's been an assistant coach at Plymouth. He played at Plymouth, so he's got Plymouth blood in him. And it's kind of a little bit of the way businesses go. You know, you send them away and bring them back. But we also brought back a really good teacher in a position that's sometimes hard to fill. So you got the summer practices in. You got all your organizational stuff. You slid over that seat. How's it going?
I think it's going really well. I think the biggest thing is that it seems like it would be a big transition, never being a head coach before, but for me, it doesn't feel like a big transition. Like you said, I'm from here. I spent my childhood running around these hallways, in the coach's office and on the practice football field. So it doesn't feel like a big leap for me. I've been around really good programs and really good coaches like Dan Knaus before me, and like you said, in Menasha with Jeremy Korth and Nick Carlson. I've learned a lot, and just kind of putting that stuff into practice. The other thing that really has helped my transition is when I came here, Dan was really open-minded about implementing a lot of the ideas that I had already. So a lot of the things that I wanted to start doing as a head coach, we were already doing when I was an assistant. So he was really good about allowing me to put a lot of things into place already. So it's not like a huge Band-Aid getting ripped off. It's been a pretty smooth transition.
Well, I said at the start of the game, or the first quarter, I said the one thing that you always wonder about, new coach, even though you've been here, I said everything looked organized. Things will change when you're subbing kids and get them onto the field, but I thought you look very, very well organized. I know it was a bit of a tough change for you. You came back to Plymouth, but you had a nice job in Menasha. What kind of brought you back to the hometown?
Really, it was just, the personal reach out from Dan Knaus, number one, to say, it wasn't something I just saw online. I wasn't looking for a job. But he had called me, and I'd missed his call, and I called him back and was able to kind of talk to him, person to person. And he would explain, the benefit of coming back home. And my family still lives here. My mom and dad still live here. I still have a little sister that's in town with her family. So once, Dan had reached out, I had told him, I'm not looking for a new job. I don't know, we'll see. He convinced me to come in and talk with them anyway. So I came over and interviewed. And then Dan was kind enough to take me on a tour of the new facility and all of the great things that have happened since I graduated and left and haven't been around for a while. And, and that was the tipping point. That, along with, just feeling like Plymouth really wanted me. It was a good feeling to be wanted and pursued like that. So I made the decision to, my family, my wife was working in Menasha. My kids were very happy in Menasha. My in-laws lived in the valley, so it was kind of a tough decision, especially for my wife. But with all said and done, I think we're pretty happy with the decision.
Well, and, when I talked to Kevin Butters, our new AD, this was a process. I know there certainly was a plan. They saw you, one, as a very, very good teacher in the sciences, and two, as a coach and a player. But it was a process. It wasn't like just handed you the keys, but they went through the process, and you went through the process. Do you think it worked just exactly the way you expected it?
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't in the interviews of the other candidates, but I know that there was, probably 2 or 3 other really qualified candidates, some of which are state championship coaches. So it was a little bit, intimidating. But, I know what I stand for, and I know the kind of culture that I stand for. And I think the kids, the players, the parents can appreciate kind of the message that I've been sending the last couple of years, and it seemed to be the tipping point, the reason why they decided to go with me.
So we've got you here. You got your first game in. You got another, the Highway 23 matchup was what they've called it for a long, long time. In terms of you've taken over, but you're going to put your own stamp. What are some of the things you want this team to look like, to be like, and to show as you're now the head coach?
One of the things that we've really tried to do this offseason and so far this season is get faster. We just want to play faster. You might notice little things like our offense is going on a shorter cadence so that we can get up to the line and get set and go. In our off season during the summer, during our open fields, we did more speed training than we did, drill work. So we're just trying to get faster. Even on Mondays nowadays, a lot of times we won't even put on all the pads. We'll just go helmets, and we do a lot of install and things like that, mental reps and 7-on-7. But then our conditioning looks a lot more like speed training. So the whole goal, and especially on defense, is like, hey, when we get to a 2nd and long, 3rd and long, we want to get the call in. We want the kids to be confident in what they're doing, and we want them to fly at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So that's kind of our goal, is to play faster on both sides of the ball. So that's probably the one big change that we're trying to push this year.
Well, and I know in the Plymouth district, the Plymouth athletic program does work off season. We've talked about the days and the hours, and I don't want to even get into that too much. But one of the things we've talked about is you do weight room stuff, but it's a program for anybody. I think all the kids, and you're not the only one. I know Tim Schultz comes in, and so the weight program is going well from what I've been told.
Yeah, so when I first came to Plymouth, there was a kind of a loosely organized weight training, and most of it was for football players. And Yoshi did a great job with girls soccer and some of their athletes. But what I kind of envisioned was that all of our athletes, boys, girls, every single sport, I don't care if it's golf or football, they're all working out together, kind of as a family, and we kind of build that culture together. So we implemented like a summer school class where kids could actually register. And it's, like I said, 9th grade all the way to 12th grade, every sport, girls and boys. We have a meeting before the summer happens, and we explain to these student athletes that part of being a student athlete comes with off-season training. And we want all of our athletes to be bigger, faster, and stronger. And it's not just for success, it's also for safety. Yoshi's involved heavily with it, and we do a lot of injury prevention and things like that too. So it's really important, I think, that summertime. We do the same thing now in the winter. And like I said, like you said, I've been very involved in the weight room. I'm a big weight room guy. But Yoshi, Butters, there's been a lot of coaches that pop in that totally support it. Tim Schultz being one of them, So I think we're getting there where the culture of our building is hard work. And I think when you have the kind of culture that values hard work, you get success to follow along with it. And besides just the athletic component to it, like in summertime, we do things called Toughness Tuesdays, where we actually meet with our athletes in like a classroom setting. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's others, sometimes we get guest speakers, and they come in and they talk about things like body language and being a good person and being coachable and mental toughness and how do we react when things don't go our way and things like that. So I also like to think that everybody around the state is training in the off season. I'd like to think we have a little bit of an edge because we also train their minds and their bodies for like mental toughness and grit and perseverance as well.
Well, and we've talked about it, and we've both been involved in a lot of extracurriculars, how important that is to development for life. You're going to walk out the door of Plymouth High School or out of UW Stevens Point or wherever you're going to school. It helps you in your future. And we're not just even talking about football or baseball or basketball. All the club's activities, whether it's the trap team. So that's so important. Okay, so now you are in the King's chair. Vision. I know you've talked about getting faster. Other things in terms of facilities or that you're looking at.
Well, we have pretty great facilities here at the high school, and we're very blessed with that as we're standing in an indoor facility. So, I don't know how much capital improvement we can make on the football side of things. But as far as like a long-term vision, I really would like to get to the point where our football program isn't worried about conference championships. They're great. They'll come with success, but I would really like to start making some playoff pushes, right? Start playing when it gets really cold outside and start playing some really meaningful games. I felt like we, last year, I felt like we were there toe-to-toe with Grafton, in the second round of the playoffs where without some key mistakes, like we can win that game. And I think that the kids are starting to believe that, and that's kind of the vision, is that, hey, conference championships are good enough. Not that they're bad, all right, but they're just not good enough anymore. So, you know, it's going to take a lot to get there, and like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen during football season. It's going to happen in the off season. It's going to happen in that culture building. And like I've been telling our kids all year, we're going to go as far as our love for each other. So, you know, in a gladiator sport like football, there's still room to talk about love. And I tell the boys I love them all the time. I want them to love each other. And when they really, truly care about each other, then we can start making those playoff runs and reach down a little bit deeper for the guy next to you. So that's kind of the vision that I'm trying to sell them this year and going forward.
Well, I can tell you that Grafton game last year, we had 1,100 views at one time. So it's popular. Thanks to guys like Kurt Zulp and Gary Kaiser and Mike Briggs, we can do these things and get you here to take over a very good program I certainly was part of for a long time, and I appreciate you giving up time. Your time right now is so valuable because it doesn't stop even at 5:30. Because you do have a family, and it's a challenge as a coach, and you got a great wife. And so we just appreciate you giving us some time today, and we appreciate what you're doing. And believe me, this is truly sincere. We're happy to have you back. You know, we lost you for a little while. We let that happen, but now you're back. So appreciate you coming, Mark, and good luck Friday night against Sheboygan Falls.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And to all the Plymouth Community TV guys, I appreciate everything that you guys do, and it's a nice gem to have in our ad here at Plymouth that you guys do this. So thank you.
Okay, so we'll mention you some more now because of that. Okay, well, we appreciate Kurt Zelp coming and helping out, Mark Valbrecht stopping by and giving us some information. So once again, it's Time Out with Scott Richards, and thank you very much.
will kick off.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's Plymouth Panther home football game, coming to you from beautiful Finke Field in Plymouth, where the Plymouth Panthers are hosting the Portage Warriors. The Panthers lead at half by a score of 12-0.
Jalen Kicker and Austin Cruz are deep to receive.
A long run by Devin Miller gave us a second six. But I'll tell you what, it's a good ball game. Panthers are going to have to kick to start second half. Portage will get the football. Scott Richards, Aaron, Amar, Martell, Kurt, Zolp.
That kickoff goes out of bounds.
Well, it doesn't look like we know how to do kickoffs this game, with the Portage kicking 3 to start the game, and now we start the second half with a ball out of bounds, and we're going to re-kick it as well.
We've been, you know, and we don't need to know because we're not going to say it anyway, but we've tried 2 short kicks, and I think we tried it again, and didn't work. So Van New York's going to have to tee another one up. I'm sure because he gets to kick. That's fun for him.
This time we'll tee it up from the 35-yard line.
So again, Portage is played well. They made a few mistakes. Both teams have made some mistakes that have hurt them. Panthers had a great first drive and just couldn't punch it in. Portage made some adjustments. So we'll start the second half fresh. But the Panthers are up 2 scores. So York to kick. Everybody's ready. Nice hop. They're going to get the ball and really, that one, Coach Martell, you were right. They didn't want him to fumble it. They're in great shape, though, sitting at their own 38-yard line, first and 10. No, when we started at the start of the game, there was a little bit of a wind that could have affected it. That wind is done, so it's a nice night. It's chilly. You wouldn't expect us to be wearing 2 jackets on September the 5th, but that's the way it is. Wait a couple days, it'll get warmer. First and 10, Portage. Panthers, their same roster. Quick belly play. That has been an effective play. It's not fancy. It is not fancy. It's just a tackle block, guard block, back, kick the end out, and linebacker doesn't get, probably tight end gets down to the linebacker. So it's 2nd and 1. They've had a lot of success on that at the end of the second half. The Panthers, they're going to come out and they're going to say, until you stop it, we're going to run it. So double tight ends, been double on and been all. That time straight drive to the fullback. Pick up to another big gain. Already down into Panther territory at about the Panther 47-yard line.
Yeah, Scott, looks like Portage is making a few adjustments, so being able to, that one was to number 1, Austin Fries. The other one was Tristan Brunt. Brunt's been running really hard tonight. Make some adjustments. Now it's up to us as a defense to make the adjustments back to slow this drive down.
Well, Kuhn, I tell you, Cole Kuhn did a great job trailing the play, actually made first contact on it.
Well, I'm assuming that's coming from where the pulling guard's at, right? And so as long as he's able to hustle and track the play down, it's okay, but that still is a gain of 5. He'll take 5 yards on every down.
The way they're playing, they're in 4 downs. They're inside. I think that's the way they're going to play it. Down 12-0, getting the ball to start the half. There the guard pulled, but that was interesting. He pulled to the right.
He did pull it right. Was that their misdirection? Are they using linemen as a misdirection?
I wonder.
Right.
You know, I mean, years ago, be careful now. We used to read the guards, and you played against the wing tee, you read the guards.
Right.
Well, that was the right guard pulling to the right. I suppose he figured, you know, I'm not in on the play. We're going the other way. Try to get the linebacker out of there. We'll see, though.
Yeah, 3rd and short, 3rd about 2.
Wings are tight, fullback's tight. Hand to the fullback. Quick out, and that's been there. That's been there all night. That's the one they're looking for, and that time he was open. It was well thrown by the QB.
Yeah, good saving tackle there by number 9, Parker Bursch. All right, first down for Portage. Nice drives to start this second half. Again, they're down 12-0. Panthers are in the lead.
There.
What a play. Was that
And I believe
Sawyer
you're going to.
Vopagel got tackled, so they called holding, and made the tackle. Great play there by Sawyer, not giving up on the play as he's getting
when you get 2 flags, you know it's not a good thing. So that's going to be it's a spot foul too. So it's behind the line of scrimmage. So we're probably looking at first and about 23. Oh, from lines to get the line of scrimmage. So first and 20 brings it back to the Panther 41-yard line. Panthers rotating a fill.
Tyson Arnold coming in, number 14, as a sub for number 44, Nolan Ritchie. Pass play, screen set up with a blocker.
Nice play.
Tripped him up enough. Trying to get a number on him. He can turn. Excellent. Josh Watkins making the
I tell you, if he doesn't make the play, there's going to be big yards. Well-designed play, just a good play by Josh Watkins. Again, we said he was out the first couple weeks. He's back now, and he's making an impact.
He has been making a defensive impact a variety of different ways at that linebacker position. Stay up 2nd and 17. Rollout pass to the 20-yard line. No one was at the 20-yard line, though.
Nope, nobody was at the 20, so it was incomplete. So that's a big. Well, the hold was a huge break for the Panthers, obviously, but they'd also tackled him in the backfield. So now 3rd and 17 at the 39. I don't think this is 4 downs. I've been wrong numerous times before.
Well, it's interesting how you can have one play that Sawyer blew up and how that obviously knocks them back to 1st and 20. It changes their game plan. They were running the ball. Now it's been 3 consecutive pass plays. Inside run, tackle by Sawyer. Great play.
That's the old tackle trap.
Again with the tackle.
So they're going to punt it. Well, you got to be careful here.
At the Panther 35-yard line.
I would suppose in this situation you're simply saying we don't want to give them a short field, which I would probably do as well. So, okay, only one receiver back.
You know, player assignments.
Yeah,
delay a game.
Delay a game again, I think.
Wow.
Delay of game is the preliminary indication against.
It's a second delay a game on a punt.
On the punt.
That's just.
But they didn't seem to be doing anything tricky, did they? They just goofed.
Correct, and I don't know if they're widening a little bit more space back there, but I wouldn't think so.
This kid's got a nice leg, so it probably doesn't make much difference, but.
Oh, he is going to run it.
That didn't make him. Well, they run that.
He didn't even attempt to try and punt it. That was going to be the fake the whole time, which confuses me because then why take a delay a game for 4th and 19? So there's definitely some miscommunication there.
Advantage for the Plymouth Panthers.
We'll take
Get the ball, 1st and 10, all the way out to their own 44-yard line. 7:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers lead 12-0 over the Portage Warriors.
I think this drive is really going to say a lot if they're able to put 6, 7, or 8 up on the board just to really extend that lead and kind of take the wind out of Portage. Quick pass to Caden Schultz. If he can break a tackle.
Those are the ones you just, after a while, you just get down. But that, I'm glad to just get him the ball. Get him the ball once in a while, see what he can do with it. So it's first. What it is, it's a first down.
It is a first down.
In Portage territory at the Portage 46-yard line.
I've been really impressed with Augie's throws. They are on the money. They're right where the receivers want to be able to catch it out with their hands. We have great hands on this wide receiving staff.
And he's got a quick release.
He does have a quick release. offense.
Well, Portage is reeling a little bit. The coach probably takes a very wise timeout. And while there's a timeout, the Paddock Club, Lake Street and Elkhart Lake, Chef Lynn Chisholm does a great job celebrating the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques, all kinds of great food. Wednesdays and Thursdays give you the opportunity to try multiple dishes at very reasonable prices, small plate specials, while still offering the regular menu. Open Wednesday through Saturday with dinner in the bar or dining room at 4 o'clock. Comfort food made with love for you and your family. Miller & Bell, longtime great sponsor, located on Hill and Dale Road in Plymouth, invites you to stop in and check out their complete line of steel products. You'll find trimmers, blowers, edgers, lawn mowers, chainsaws, batteries, and chargers, and so much more. Stop in and see for yourself the great selection of steel products. Keep in mind they service everything they sell at Miller & Bell. So the Panthers, 1st and 10 inside Portage territory, 7:20 to go in the third quarter at the 46-yard line of the Portage Warriors. Miller makes the cut. Good job by the linebackers from Portage. Picks up a yard, a tough yard. Well, obviously they're going to focus on Devin Miller.
Oh, absolutely. And number 50 for Portage, Matthew Simonson, made a great play there, meeting him in the hole and bringing him down to the ground because Devin is a hard tackle.
Yeah, he's done. Broke the one big run. They've held him a little bit, but he's broken a couple big runs early in the game. He picked up probably 30, 40 yards in the first 4 carries. So 2nd and 9. Well, there. Parker Birch gets the ball on the outside, picks up 5 or 6 yards, gets taken out of bounds at the 40-yard line. There's where you saw Augie turning the other way, turning his shoulders and getting rid of that ball quickly so Birch could pick up some yards.
And they had number 65, Bronx Romanowski, pulling on that to try and get out ahead of him. So it was like a wide receiver screen, but the receiver wasn't coming to the line. The line was actually going out. The lineman was actually going out to where the receiver was. I just couldn't get him set up for that block. But a good gain of 5 on that, setting up 3rd and 5, long 4.
They are really tight. They've got pass is blocked down. Good play by Portage on it.
Yeah, number 7, Donovan Navon, has been all over on that outside edge. He's been making some great tackles. He threw his hands up on that one.
They're at the 40. They're keeping the offense on the field. They trust the defense. When your head coach is defensive coach, he's trusting himself.
Right, exactly.
Or they're going to try something a little tricky here because they're taking a long time to get the play in.
Now, I think this is a good play call. Like I said earlier, if they can drive down the field and make a dent in the score a little more, I think that takes the air out of Portage. And this is key right here, 4th and 4. Good opportunity for this Panther offensive line.
That's right. Good catch, Parker Birch. What a nice, good throw. What a great catch.
Dylan Korthal is our leading receiver. Great pass and catch. But even before that, that was a long route, and the offensive line did a fantastic job of being able to maintain enough time for Augie to make that pass. It was a long throw to get to the sideline. So
and they were in their stands a while.
They were.
Even as quite young people, you get a little tired.
Sets up 1st down on the 31-yard line.
Augie keeps it, gets it inside, picks up, 1st down, or very, very close. Takes it to Miller and finds a hole up the middle.
Drives ahead for a 9-yard gain.
I'm going to give him 9 yards, 2nd and 1. Down now at the Portage 22-yard line. So Augie runs the sideline, gets the play, down to 5.5 minutes in the third quarter. Panthers on a good drive, starting at about the Portage 45-yard line. Bunch backfield. Augie's going to curl. Throws it the other way.
Wide
gets it
open.
Moon on a throwback pass. Touchdown, Panthers.
You talk about misdirection. They had everything going to the right. Cole Kuhn pauses just a little bit at that tight end position, sneaks out, no one's there. Second touchdown of the season for Cole. Great play call and pass and catch.
I tell you, this is a good team they're playing. They're well coached defensively, but what they did, they simply found something that worked. You faked it to Miller, you looked the other way. Augie did a great job of looking the other way.
He did.
Took his eyes and took that safety away.
Again, you had those two big backs. You had Sawyer Vorpogel as a fullback in there, Devin out there.
They're going to go for two. They created a wide side of the field. I think they're going to try to isolate Schultz is what they're going to do, but I could be wrong.
Pitch
Miller,
to Devin.
He got in, attaboy. Nice run, Devin
Two-point
Miller.
conversion.
Nice job, offensive line. The Panthers scored two, and they're now up 20-0. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Coming to you from Finke Field. Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue. Has over 40 mattress styles from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster. They carry furniture for every room in your house. Recliner sofas, lift chairs, lodge furniture. They carry quality brands. Make sure to visit the back of Plymouth Furniture where you will find the area's largest furniture clearance center with great deals on mattresses, furniture, and appliances. 20/20 Visions, Drs. Brad Wickland, Green Beersdorf, and Alexandra Van Ness. Just a reminder, at 20/20 Visions, we do accept insurance for employees of Kohler, Sargento Mattress, Galley, Johnsonville, and many more. Find us on Facebook, 20-20visions.com. Meyer Motors, Plaza Lane, Plymouth, rated #1, best new car dealership, locally owned business, auto repair shop, tire center, best car wash detail shop, serving since 1926. Small town dealership, big town service. So that is, you're right, a signature drive right there.
Well, Scott, they did exactly what they needed to do with that offensive drive. They got the ball back. Their defense stopped them on the drive, got the ball back, and then clutch 4th and 4, gets the first down, gets another score on the board, up 20-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Exactly what they needed to do coming out of the half.
That is it, yeah. Make a big stop, a big play by Borpog. There. Whoa, there you go. It's in the end zone no matter if it touches somebody, it's a touchback. So Portage will have the ball on the 20-yard line. Ball to State Bank.
Will take over at the line 20-yard line. First down, Warriors.
So Portage takes over at the 20, 1st and 10, down by 20, 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Great drive by the Panthers, good stop, big play on defense, and big penalty against Portage. So see if they change things a little bit. They've had pass opens in the flats. They've run the ball well. That one didn't go so far, so a pickup of about 1 off the right side of their offensive line. Maybe
Max
2.
Troca did a great job of meeting the back of the hole, holding that edge, then a gain tackle to make that.
Oh, they held it. Not only did he hold the edge, he made the tackle. Coach Kevin Butters, our Crackerjack, new AD, I might tell you.
New AD.
Getting our crowd going a little bit. Hope he doesn't try to do a flip.
I don't think that's in his wheelhouse.
Toss sweep. They're gonna have to. Schultz is gonna have to come up, and he does. Turns it in. Didn't get a lot of fill from the good blocking, but not much fill from the inside. The Portage picks up a first down out to the 35-yard line.
13 by Austin Freeze. First down, Portage.
So a little.
Looks like we got an injured Panther player on the Portage sideline. Looks like it might be a cramp. I think it's number 35, Sawyer Vopogel.
Yeah, it looks like Sawyer's down. So while we're got a little bit of time, Waldo State Bank, 119 North Depot Street in Waldo, local independent like you. Waldo State Bank serving the community since 1913. 119 North Depot Street. Check them out, www.waldostatebank.bank. Member FDIC. Great little hometown bank in a great little hometown. Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street, kitty corner from the library. You can give them a call at 893-8284. Jason Linsmeyer at Plymouth Glass. Plymouth-wi.com. Family-run business honored to serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we offer a wide variety of services, standard and custom shower glasses, all kind of glass things. Stop in at Plymouth Glass, ready to handle all your glass needs. So Sawyer seems to be good shape coming off. Get a little breather. He's walking just fine with Yoshi, our phenomenal trainer. So 1st and 10, they made it out to the 35-yard line.
Great play, inside handoff, first to the ball. Here's the number 44, Nolan Ritchie on that tackle.
So 2nd and a long 6, short 7. Panthers, also when you want to get a big stop, don't give them any life. Good play, not easy play.
Yeah, that was a great play by Cole Kuhn, tripping him up, and then Maximo to finish him off, because he is a dangerous runner. The Aiden Freeze, if he gets loose, he had green grass in front of him.
Their offense is based on misdirection. You've got to play your keys, and so far, kids have done a pretty good job. So we got 3rd and 6. Big stop for the D right here. Reverse, stood up. Who did that? Devin Miller stood him up. It's going to be 4th and 2. This situation looks like they may just go for it.
That was a great containment because they tried to do a fake reverse. They did do a fake reverse, so a couple misdirections, but Devin stayed home, made a clean tackle, driving him to the ground, setting up 4th and 2 as Portage. The Warriors are going to go for it.
So this is when they're trying to throw it here. It's been a little flat pass. Make a little switch. Power backfield, full back lead, half back, just offset. And we're going to take a timeout. So it's going to be their 2nd timeout. They've taken this half, plus a delay of game penalty. PJ Campbell's at the depot, 114 Depot Road in the old train station. It's a casual dining experience in a historic train depot converted into a restaurant. Join our family and enjoy comfort food, which includes steaks, ribs, sandwiches, and German favorites, offering something for everyone. Don't forget the big pretzel and baked French onion. Open Wednesday to Sunday now that it's after Labor Day. Opens each day at 4 p.m. Again, great family-run business, good for the whole community. Bank First Eastern Avenue. Believes in building relationships and creating a better banking experience for all of our customers. We know our customers by name and make decisions locally, not out of state. We are advocates of the customers we serve, and our team of bankers enjoys helping people achieve their goals by providing personalized customer service and value-driven financial solutions. Call or stop by one of our offices to learn why it's different at First. Bank First, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I set up 4th and 2. Portage inside handoff, gets that 1st down. Good hard run.
Get up, just snap the ball and go. So, good play by Portage. Takes a little time off the clock, but they're now at their own 49-yard line. Start of a good drive, started at the 20-yard line, primarily going on the ground. Oh,
that is a great hustle play. Great hustle play by Tyson Arnold. Sorry, 1 second. It looks like the quarterback went down hard on that tackle.
So no gain on the play, make it 2nd and 10.
You never want to see any injury, but you do have to give props to the defense. Tyson Arnold did a fantastic job chasing that play down, making the tackle. It looks like he ran off on his own and should be okay. Just needs to take a play off.
Yeah, he seemed to be doing well. Looked like maybe he knocked his wind out just for a second. So new quarterback in, you pretty much can expect a running play here. Troca trails it.
Great play by Maximo Troca, and then Caden Schultz being able to make that seal tackle as well.
3rd and 7 down inside Panther territory at the Panther, just right at the 47-yard line. 1:33 went out of bounds. 1:33, the clock has stopped to go in the 3rd quarter. Plymouth up 20-0.
And the starting quarterback for Portage is back in, so just had to take a play off.
Well, he run a little off tackle again. Gets up about another 2.
Good tackle, Charlie Nass.
3rd and 4. This situation down by 20 points near the end of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be 4 downs. When they've wanted to just pick up 3 or 4, they have not hesitated, just blasting up the middle.
And that middle has been there.
They've done good things. The Panthers defense, when they've had to bow up a little bit, have done a good job. Go back under center. Oh, missed it. Oh, good run. That's a great one. We had him.
Well, it looks like he might be just short. That was too bad because Josh Watkins met him in the hole. He was just too high.
They had him in the backfield, and it just didn't work. So first down at the Panther 41-yard line. 35 seconds. So, good drive. Portage started at their own 20-yard line and have made plays when they needed to make plays. It's been on the ground. Panthers, they're watching the guards. Oh, nice one-handed catch. That was a great catch. Tyler Williams on the coverage, but that was a good throw and a one-handed catch. Fantastic.
Yeah. And number 7 for Portage, Donovan Navone, has been very impressive offensively and defensively for Portage. Great one-handed catch.
So 2nd and 6. I think it's more 2nd and 5. Right at the 35-yard line. We only got to get to the 31. So it's 2nd and 4. There, that back makes a good cut. He reads those blocks well. If they kick out, he cuts up. If they don't, he tries to get to the outside. That's where they're getting to the linebacker, who's got to be the one that comes in and fills. Troca comes up a little slowly, but he's good to go. And it's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers leading the Portage Warriors by a score of 20-0. While we have a little break, Advanced Eye Care and Aesthetics. Doctors Tim Ziegler and Cheryl Ziegler and Dr. Christopher Schnelli know that success in the field, quarter gym requires total fitness, including your eyes. The staff at Advanced Eye Care takes care of eye health needs with total vision and eye health testing and evaluation and treatment of eye injuries and diseases. Most insurance plans and Medicare are accepted. Advanced Eye Care and Aesthetics, leading the way in total vision wellness to help you become your best. AdvancedEyeCarePlymouth.com. We get it. Buying a car can be a lot. At Van Horn, we make it simple. Shop online or in store from over 3,000 new and used vehicles, all with transparent pricing and zero pressure. We've been part of the community since 1966 and still here growing with you, because at Van Horn, we're not just selling cars. We're family-born, employee-owned. Visit vanhornauto.com and drive happy. So, Portage. 1st and 10 at the Panther 29. Oh, big play. Big play. On a tackle trap.
Looks like Sawyer's doing okay from his
tell
cramps
you what,
earlier. Made a great play.
the backfield has gotten to know him quite well.
They have. He's had a great defensive game.
Well, again, you gotta be disciplined because they're trying to get you to get his spot to slide down the line. He stayed in position. Nobody was left to block him, and he made a big play. So it's second and I'd give it 17. Good play.
Yeah, he rolls out, tries to throw it deep. Caden was able to make a play on it. Unfortunately, in making that jump,
a little cramp.
Little cramp again.
Again, while we have a little break in the action at 11:15 to go in the ball game, American Senior Benefits, Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann. If you're retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is the right one for you, American Senior Benefits is there to help. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are experienced in providing personalized services to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis with options available at the lowest cost for the best health care coverage. Call Ryan, 920-207-0731. Kristen, 920-207-8037. Set up an appointment at your home or in their office. American Senior Benefits, they're here to help. So taking care of Kate Schultz's cramp. What you do is you make sure it's back and good to go because that old muscle says I'm a little tired right now. So next.
All right, Caden Schultz is up on his own power, walking off, getting a little cramp there, making that play. Break up on second down right now. It's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Portage Warriors. Trying to get a little bit of life left in that offense. Start of the 4th quarter. Again, your Plymouth Panthers are up 20-0.
All right. Yeah. Evan Miller catches from behind. They picked up about 6-7 yards. They're down to the 30, so it'll be 4th. This is what's huge for both teams.
Looks like another cramp for number 32, Charlie Nass, getting that stretched out by Yoshi. So it's a couple of cramps that have been going on for a couple of different players. I also saw Dylan Korthal's working out his calf on the sideline as well. A little surprising. It doesn't seem like it's warm enough.
Usually it's a really warm night, but it's cool, but it's dry, and you know they're playing a lot of ball. But yeah, it's just everybody has their own voodoo medicines, drink a lot of pickle juice, and it's a water issue. Eat more bananas. I know we had a kid a few years ago that finally trainers or even doctors said you're drinking too much water. You're overhydrating, and so we're having those issues. Usually they're up, they're ready to go. It's a little sore. They'll
get under his own power. Charlie Nass doing just fine.
I'll tell you, those things, they hurt though. When that muscle gets tight, it's like a rock in your leg or wherever else you get one. But 4th down, Schultz is back out on the field, so that's good news. 4th and 11. Big play coming from the Panthers. That's going to be really close. I'm going to see the foot. It's a 1st down.
Pass is complete to Knockliner. Down inside the Panther 20 to the Panther 15.
That's a huge play for Portage.
It's a really big play on 4th and 11.
Huge.
As a D-back, you want to give a little bit of space, but you want to be able to break on the ball a little bit sooner than that.
Well, there wasn't, and with the quarterback, they pushed the line out, and the quarterback stepped up. It was a
good play by Portage.
It was a good throw. That kid's got a nice arm.
Good. Again, good textbook tackle by Devin Miller there, beating him in the hole.
This Freeze is a nice runner, though. I thought he had him right smack dab in the hole and done. No, he did a good job. So they brought, again, we did have a couple kids, two, three came off, little cramps or whatever. I know Schultz Cade's back out there. I'm not seeing if Charlie Ass is yet or not. Nonetheless, it's second down, second and about 8. Ball at the Panther 13-yard line. Good coverage sack.
That really was. He wanted to do that quick out to number 6 for Portage, Michael Narschreiner. Sorry if I brutalized that name. But great sack by the defensive line.
I think Tyler Williams was the defender on that play.
Yeah, Tyler was, and then Josh Watkins was underneath, and so.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so that's huge. So it's 3rd and 11 again. This is 4 downs. They got a long ways to go. 9 minutes to go. Down 20-0. This is a decent Portage team. They've done some good things. The Panthers have been just strong enough. Well, I was going to say that's a quick response. Now I know why.
Again, he wanted to go quick on the pass. It wasn't there. Rolled out, and then Devin Miller just closed.
Good coverage again.
Correct.
Man, enough pressure up the middle, and then at the end, he did what he could do. Quarterback did what he could do. Fourth and a long way.
Yeah, 12-yard loss on that.
I tell you, Williams covered ground like he was shot out of a cannon. So they're going to do things a little bit differently here. One back only.
Great coverage again.
And
Sawyer Vorpagel
again.
Sack.
They brought him up the middle. They just lined him up the middle. He's having himself a game.
That was a great stout defense there. They got down to the 12-yard line.
Now the big thing is hang on to the ball. You may see a dose of Kuhn and Miller and even Eigenberger, but hang on to the ball. Don't give them any breath here. 8 minutes on the buzzer. Beautiful, beautiful moon out here tonight. Not nearly as cold as I thought it was going to be. Must be the warm company.
It must be the warm company.
Augie picks a spot and picks up about 9. Maybe 10, picks up 9.
Sprints ahead for a 9-yard gain. First down, Plymouth Panthers.
That was a great run, being patient. The only thing I'd like him to see is hold that ball a little bit tighter in traffic.
Yeah.
Got a little away from his body, but all in all, first down run.
So he's a little gimpy right now. I saw him wave off Yoshi. I suspect he won't be carrying the ball in this one.
That.
First down, Portage. Well, gets up the middle.
Ooh.
Textbook.
Big hits.
First hit was textbook, and then the other tackle pushed him another 2 yards forward. So Devin Miller is going to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Their linebackers have been very active, have made a lot of very good plays. So 6:59. By the time they snap it, it's going to be under 6:50. Panthers up 20-0.
Augie split out our beef package in. What they started the game with.
Devin Miller takes that direct snap for a gain of about 2.
The old Jim Brown rule, they help Miller up so he doesn't get a breather. So 3rd and 6. I don't know if you're going to throw. They probably won't. If they don't throw the ball, it's probably they just don't want to stop the clock. Portage is down to 1 timeout. By the time the Panthers snap it in and run the play, it's going to be under 6 minutes.
And this is always the problem, like the dilemma of do you throw a pass to get the first down with the risk of if it's dropped, the clock stops. But if you catch it first down, clock keeps going, the momentum keeps going, and we are going to pass the ball. Gets away.
Good job. Smart
That's
play.
some real
Get
heads
down.
up. Slides down, doesn't go out of bounds.
They
Clock
only
keeps
had
running.
they only had 3 receivers out, and he didn't have a lot of time. But nonetheless, Augie goes down. Clock's running. 4th and 5. They're going to punt the football. Schultz will loosen up that cramped leg. Here again, don't give as much. You know, and in Cade's case, I know he can play with fire a little bit as he gets outside, but get the ball off, make them good snap, or he's just going to run.
First down
and keep on running. Well, nobody won. Nobody was there.
Those are the times where I wish I was a little mouse in the huddle. Was that what Coach called, or did Caden make that decision on his own?
I think it's if it's their goal.
I think
and
so.
It was there.
It was.
It was there. They were gonna whatever they were gonna try to do.
That was a great play. Keep the drive going.
And now, what you want to stay healthy. Lone back up in the backfield is Devin Miller. Burst goes in motion. And we're going to have a procedure again.
Yeah, we had 2 guys moving. Dylan went in motion, and Cole thought he was supposed to be in motion. So
yeah, 2nd or 3rd time tonight, I think we've had a procedure penalty.
And this is the first game of our conference.
Yeah.
But it's a 3rd game as a season.
Yeah.
So things to still work on.
You got to clean them up.
Yep.
And they've had to make a couple of changes in the offensive line, one due to injury, one due to a player choosing to go a different route. And, you know, so you got different positions and what you thought you might have, but they're doing okay right now. Miller gets up the middle. He gets to the inside, gets the outside. Now he's just going to have to outrun.
Oh, my goodness.
By about a half a yard. Oh, now they're going to take it out at the 3.
I know I'm a homer, but come on, what an effort. Looks like he stepped out of bounds. I thought they called it the 1.
And he's nice enough to get the ball for the official.
What a great run by Devin.
Oh, yeah, they had plenty of chance. Here's the thing that people don't realize, besides speed, he's got quick feet.
He does. And he's strong, great balance. They had him OB out of bounds at the 4.5-yard line. I'm quite sure he's going to get the ball 3 or 4 more times to get that next touchdown. Great run.
Eigenberger keeps it himself. Picks up about maybe 2.
2-yard gain, sets up 2nd and.
You're just going to keep it, just want to run time off the clock.
Yeah.
Porpago comes in, give Charlie an ass. He's probably still, looks like he's a little bit gimpy from that cramp yet. So we're at 3:45. The clock is going to probably ball be snapped in at about 3:35. Miller deep in the backfield. Miller takes it to the house again. Another score for Devin Miller. A great blocking by the left side of the line. 3:32 to go in the ballgame. The Panthers now have a 26-0 lead. Looks like they're going to go for 2 because they're not sending Landon Yerk in.
Again, 2nd touchdown of the game, 9th of the season for Devin. Just a great hard run. Great job by the O-line and their power formation, having 2 fullbacks in the backfield there.
Once he saw a gap, gone. So they're going to go for 2. Miller, Kuhn, Eigenberger in the backfield. Another up back, can't see the number. Augie's looking around quite a bit. He's not going to look anymore. He's down. No, that was great coverage by Portage. There was nobody open. Well done by Portage. So the Panthers are going to kick off up 20 something. They'll work on whether it's they'll work on it. They'll get that extra point thing going.
I think he wanted something quick. It wasn't there. Rolled back, and it just kept on going the wrong direction.
His situation, sometimes those just throw it away. Just throw out there and hit the goalpost. So, Panthers York's going to kick, and we've been squibbing him down the field all night. My suspicions will do it again. I believe you're going to see a number of new faces and numbers on the field.
We'll do our best to get any new numbers that are going out there.
Again, as always, we want to thank all of our sponsors that help us broadcast Plymouth Panther football, boys and girls basketball. Oh. Slippery little devil.
The Warriors cover up the football at their own 31-yard line. First down, Portage.
Looks like most of the starters are going back on the field. I know, talking with Coach Volbrecht yesterday, he was expecting a game like this, that he was confident in what their defense was going to be able to do, even though Portage put up 60 and put up 50. Yeah. But I think he wants to seal.
Portage is, they're that step away. They've done some good things. They're just that step away.
So we have a couple new players. Number 26, Corey Stark is in. Number 6, Carter Weinhold is coming in. Give some of these younger players an opportunity. Number 9, Parker Bursch is out there.
And where you have opportunities to get these kids in, they're going to try to do it. 2nd and 8 for Portage. He runs hard.
Yeah, the number 1, Austin Freeze for Portage, is a hard runner. He's quick.
He's not huge. They've got him at 6 foot 170. 72 in for the Panthers. Preston Gahagan.
Sawyer and number 44, Nolan Ritchie, getting a rest. They had a great job on their their defensive line tonight.
Clock is running, 2:30 to go in the football game. Inside handoff to Fries. Well played, well defended.
Good group tackle there by the Panthers. Looks like Tyler Williams was there on the tackle, as well as Josh Watkins. Number 8, Jackson Gisler, and number 74, Alex Young, coming in. Coach Volbrecht calling timeout, try and get some of these younger guys in.
Give a rally. So the Panthers go on the road next week to Lake. It's a long one. I had a schedule and a roster in here. It's not in here right now, but you got it right there.
We'll give me just a second. Tell the good folks.
Longest ride of the year, if I remember correctly. Hour and 38 minutes. That's according to our expert pretty much at everything, Kurt Zalp. We would be in a world of hurt without him. He gets the ball again. Another nice run.
Austin Freeze finds some space around the right end. Gains about 8 on the play. 3rd and a short 2.
Yeah, next Friday night we'll be traveling to Lakeside Lutheran.
Another good run.
Actually,
Portage
Scott,
takes
looks
it
like
down to
according
the 35.
my schedule, we're home next week against Lakeside, unless they changed it.
That could be.
And then
Yeah.
Beaver Dam, and then we travel to Watertown on the 27th. Port Washington home for homecoming, and then at KML and at Key Wascom remaining schedule.
Oh, it's away.
Okay,
Yep.
never mind. From the people up top telling us that it is away.
And you don't get any further up top than Kurt Zolt.
Kurt
you,
is-
you are on the top. You are on the top of the mountain. I'll tell you right
Absolutely.
now. Dun. Portage takes a timeout. Their last timeout. I suppose coach just figures we got the timeout. Can't take it on the bus. 56 seconds to go. A lot of new faces on the field for the Panthers. Good. This is a good win. I will tell you. Again, this is not we're not familiar. We played them last year, but that's not familiar. That's one time. I think they do some good things. They other than a couple sacks that we got, they didn't turn over. We had the punt turnover, and Augie threw that one pass, but that was on a 2-pointer. So I think the Panthers got, again, after every game, you got something to learn. But it was a good win. You take care of yourselves on the weekend. We'll start warming up next week. Should be beautiful by the end of the week. And maybe we can keep this Panther train rolling. So, 2nd and 5 for Portage. Throwing her deep. Hey, Portage is there just trying to play the game, get a score if they can get a score.
Well, I think what I liked about the way that the Panther offense came out is that they came up with a couple of different formations. They ran off of that in a couple of different ways. But then what they were able to do is use that to their advantage to then go back to some of the things that they've already done throughout the season. That created a change of pace. We got some momentum going. So having that variety is going to be so key going down the stretch, because you know what you have with Devin Miller. Everyone's going to key on him. 9 touchdowns, 3 games, over 425 yards rushing so far this year. But if you can mix it in with the pass and the run, it's going to make a huge difference.
Oh, nice throw. Couldn't get up and get it. It was 3rd and 5. It's going to be fourth, and well, it's 5. It's about 4th and 6. And the offensive line is getting better every week.
Yeah.
Last week, there wasn't much they could do to even get better. But this week, they saw a different front. Those linebackers were really active. Some plays, you didn't have anybody to block a linebacker.
Right.
It's just how it was. So
Correct.
they fixed it up. They adjusted. Looks like it's going to be the ball game.
Great job by Carter Weinhold getting down, making the tackle.
Carter
there.
Weinhold makes the most of
4th
getting
down,
on the
and that
field.
should be the game.
It'll be knee time for the Panthers, and it's a nice wind. So, 36 seconds. Take the knee, let the clock run out. The Panthers will head off the field, and Portage has, I don't know what has occurred, about an hour and a half down to Portage as well, isn't it? Yeah, we found that out last year.
We did. That was a long drive.
That was a hike. Let the clock run out. Hey, the kids are. Good job, Panthers. So the Plymouth Panthers will go 3-0, defeating the Portage Warriors by a score of 26-0 on beautiful Finke Field. It's Scott Richards, Aaron Martell, Kurt Zelp does a great job as always on the camera, the crew in the studio, Carter. And we really appreciate our audience and sponsors. And good night from Finke Field.
Hospitality of Plymouth High School at Werner Finke Field.